I felt like I wanted to make a video to show how to use the captioning on ScreenCast-O-Matic. And I think kind of like from all these sessions, I've learned a lot of information, and it's all really exciting and fun. But I think that the biggest question we all have is, how do I get my videos to be captioned in a place that is the most secure so that people cannot access them, and so that our students can still have captioned videos, but also their privacy? So that's the purpose of this video. If you already know how to do this, then you probably don't want to watch this. So I'm kind of starting from the place where I have already recorded a session. I have downloaded that recorded file, and now I'm going to put it in ScreenCast-O-Matic, caption it, and find that link so I can share the captioned video with my students in the LMS. So the first thing that I needed to do, and that's where you see this screen that's up, this is like where my videos will be housed. But the first thing that I needed to do is go to ScreenCast-O-Matic and log into my account, and then go to my videos. And so if you don't know where that is, I'm just on their main page, and then I clicked on my videos, and that is how I accessed the page that you see here. So first thing is, again, I already have gone into, I'm using Collaborate in the LMS. I've already gone in, I've recorded my live synchronous session with my students. I've downloaded it. So I have that file on my computer somewhere. And I need to open the video editor. And there may be other ways to do this. This is just the way that I figured out that, like, what goes the quickest. Open the video editor and go to import. And so that's gonna open up where I keep my files, which is in ScreenCast-O-Matic. There's a folder that was created when I downloaded ScreenCast-O-Matic. And I'm just gonna find one of my videos that I have already done and I wanna upload to share, and we'll pretend that it's a synchronous session, right? So here it is, I've clicked on it. I'm just using a random video. It's not actually a student session. Obviously we don't have those yet. And you can see the progress bar up here is importing. And now we have this file. So if I click on it, I'm going to get some options. You can save the file, you can upload it to ScreenCast-O-Matic. That is what I want to do. I want to upload it to ScreenCast-O-Matic. So then it's housed in a host website that's like uploading it to YouTube, right? But we don't really want to upload it to YouTube because it's just not as private and secure as ScreenCast-O-Matic. And so now once I've clicked upload to ScreenCast-O-Matic, I can make some edits to that video, and this is where you're going to have the opportunity to do your captioning. So if you find that whatever you saved your file as is not a very clear title, you can click on title and change the title of your video to whatever you want. If you would like to provide a description, you can do that. If you have channels set up in your ScreenCast-O-Matic account, then you can assign this a channel. I think that's similar to having like playlists in YouTube. So like for me, I have, English 111 playlists and 112 and things like that. You can do all that. But if you want to password protect this video, so if you want to do like one extra step for security for students, you can have a password for it. I don't know if I'm going to do this. I probably am. I'm probably also going to use the same password for every single video in every single class. Not the same password across classes, but each class gets a password so that my students aren't dealing with like a million passwords when they want to go and revisit that session. I played around with custom links earlier, and I just didn't really think that it was necessary or helpful. So here is closed captions, and here's where you have some opportunities to add captions. You want to click on add new okay, so I was at custom link, I clicked on closed captions, this popped up, Now I want to click on Add New. When I first clicked this, it was on Captions from File. I don't have a file. I did not type these captions. I want to use speech to text because what's going to happen in the program is it's going to listen to the session and the language that's being spoken, and it's going to auto create those captions just like YouTube does. And then I want to click Start. One of the things that I found out is you pretty much have to listen to your whole video over again, or else it will not caption everything. Maybe you don't necessarily have to listen to all of it again, but you do have to wait until the entire minutes load. Okay, so if I stopped this here and I saved it right now and I see all of these like waiting to request options, my captions aren't going to show up. So even though it's a pretty quick process, you do kind of have to wait for it to essentially play the video in the background so that the captions can pop up themselves. Now, one thing that I do, and this I think is a huge difference between just like how you feel about recording yourself. I don't mind listening to myself talk. Y'all probably know this actually. I don't mind it. I got used to it after the first time I ever started doing lecture videos, and at this point it's fine with me. So what I like to do, if you are concerned with the accuracy of your captions, honestly, I'm not. I think that for the most part, ScreenCast-O-Matic does a fine job, and there may be a couple of words that are wrong, but if I'm crunched for time, there's no way that I'm gonna go and preview every single caption. If you're like teaching something that maybe you're talking about the difference between like there, and there, then you're probably gonna have to go in and check on those captions or something like that. But essentially, this gives you the opportunity to not only preview the captions, but also preview your video and decide if you need to make any changes. But like here, I've been talking for a couple of minutes and still we don't have all the captions. If I stopped captioning this, if I like paused and saved or whatever right now, my captions would not show up. So you do have to give it a little bit of time. The longer your session, the more time that you need. I'm about halfway through this 10-minute video. My sessions could last an hour and 15 minutes. So there is some, it's not instant, and there is some need for kind of like waiting and hanging out. So I'll edit this part out, but basically I'm just waiting at this point for the captions to pop up. I don't know if I played this video. See, I was under the impression I had to play the video for it to hear and then like caption. Apparently that's not true, which is fine if you don't like listening to yourself. I lied. I'm not gonna edit this part out. I'm just gonna talk to you. So anyway, I'm almost finished with these. I think I'm at like 8 minutes and there's 10 total. So getting close to being done. Hope you guys had a good summer. Beep up, boop up. You can like fast forward maybe 30 seconds and these all should be good. Something I'm noticing here, like R bar goes pop. I probably didn't say that. I probably would want to go in and check. Like, did I say R bar goes pop? Maybe, you never know, honestly. I have 4 more captions left. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so all of my captions are in. And honestly, I would not wait. If you are going to preview, I would not wait for all of your captions to be in. I would preview as you are waiting for those captions. Like, do it at the same time because it's not going to stop the process. So when you're finished, you're going to click OK. It's telling you save the captions and go back. If you want to make sure that your captions are good, then Then you can play this video again over here. Remember, if you click OK before all of those captions populate into that caption editor, then you are going to lose your captions at whatever point they stopped populating. So I did a test run with this. I did like a 15-minute video. I think I set captions, like I stuck around for 3 minutes of that, and I was like, okay, cool, they work, no problem. Then I previewed the video and I only got those 3 minutes of captions. If you do decide that you want to edit your captions after the fact, I don't know how you do that. Go away. Captions, show them. Okay, here you go. This is how you do it. You click on captions and you click edit. It's going to take you back. So if you do want to edit, all you have to do is just click in where you need to make the change and type that change. One of the things that doesn't really show up is punctuation for the ends of your sentences. And so I honestly don't think that you need to mess with that. I think that if someone actually does need the captions, then punctuation is the least of your worries. Okay, so that's how you're going to edit those if you're finished. Then when you click done, it's going to take you back to that main screen. Okay, cool, great. So you have this video. You want to make sure that it's uploaded to ScreenCast-O-Matic. I'm going to click this button one more time, upload to ScreenCast-O-Matic, and then I'm going to click publish. I'm confirming that my captions are on. And now I'm waiting however long it takes for this video to load into ScreenCast-O-Matic. It takes longer depending on where you're at and how quickly your internet processes, because it's not saving to your computer, it's saving to the cloud, essentially. That's what ScreenCast-O-Matic is. So I will pause this here and then I will come back when the recording is finished, and I'll show you how to grab a link so that you can share it with students in the LMS. Okay, so the video that we just worked on putting on ScreenCast-O-Matic has finished uploading. It's ready to go. I did notice that when I was still in the video editor, that's kind of like where we were working on that video to upload it to ScreenCast-O-Matic. I did notice that once it said it was finished uploading, it still didn't look like I had any videos in my cloud-based like sharing portal. This still said 0, so all I had to do was just refresh my page and then the video popped up. So again, you can find this straight and it's in your My Video section. The tricky thing to remember is that when you upload a video to ScreenCast-O-Matic, you can sort of like locally upload it, but until you hit that green publish button, and go back a couple minutes because you see me do it, but until you hit that green publish button, it's not going to be shareable. It's only going to be locally stored. So you have to do that part or else what's coming next won't work. Okay, so now how do you get your video into the LMS? It's really simple. And there's of course a couple of different ways that you can share, links and things like that in the LMS, but I'm going to do the fastest. So first you kind of hover over and you can select these 3 dots here and you want to click on share, and that's going to give you the direct link. I just usually highlight them and Control C for copy, but this is also a copy button right here, this little clipboard. So then I go wherever I want to put my link. I go to the LMS, I create a learning activity. I'm just going to upload it as a URL. One of the things that I noticed, I would title this something like session recording from, date, time, whatever. One of the things that I noticed is that when I upload YouTube videos, I get this beautiful, like, little thumbnail. Student can watch it directly in the LMS. I played around with uploading ScreenCast-O-Matic videos, and in the number of ways I tried, I did not get that embedded video. I only got a link to an external video. Maybe that has something to do with the privacy settings that Mitchell has created for our students. That might be a really good thing. I'm not sure. I don't love that, but that is what we've got. So if I'm going to complain about privacy, I guess I'm going to have to be okay with that. I don't usually type a description, but I mean, you know, type whatever you need, do all your settings in here, save and return. And then your students can simply click on this and it will take them directly to that session recording. They can read these captions over on the side, or they will populate whenever the student hits play. I'm going to confirm that I'm not lying to you.
I am commenting on your ethical...
Okay, so that didn't work. So something's wrong. Here, students just need to click on CC and then they can see the captions as they happen. If the student or you feels like there's now way too much text on the screen, you can, click on notes, and I'm sure that there's somehow a way to hide this and you can figure that out too. So the captions are there. We can preview to make sure they went all the way to the end of the video. There's so many play buttons.
From page 170. So
okay, so they're still there.
That, once the chart is...
The other thing that I'd like to do is open up a completely separate web browser, something that I don't have any of my accounts logged in on, just to make sure that the reason I'm not watching the video is because I'm logged in somewhere. Essentially, I just want to have one final step to make sure that my students can see a captioned video on their browser. So I've copied and pasted the link to that video into this browser that I never use except for this purpose, and I want to make sure that I can still access it even though I'm not logged into ScreenCast-O-Matic, I'm not logged in to the LMS on here or anything like that. And so yes, here it comes, it is there. It does have the closed captioning already going on.
Ethical challenge.
And now we're good to go. So essentially your video is captioned here. Some other things that I'm going to work on playing around with is, like, if I toggle back and forth during my recorded session between the chat versus looking at the participants, how can my students still get access to that chat if I have recorded the session and then captioned it, but they're not always seeing the chat? Does that make any sense? I don't know. So I'm going to keep working on playing around with that, but I hope that this is the quickest and fastest video that you can find on how in the world to download a recording, or I didn't tell you that, but how to have a downloaded recording session uploaded into ScreenCast-O-Matic, creating captions for it in the easiest way possible, and then putting that into the LMS. So if you have questions, I probably can't answer them right off the top of my head, but I can certainly find the answers for you and give you a really decent one. So I hope you found this helpful.